Hey, so this video is going to show you how to maximize Raika's damage with a simple strategy if you have all these heroes in the proper gear. So the first one we're going to have is Calliope, where when she moves, 75% of the chance she's going to give somebody damage for 2 turns. You can also use the Epic as well, but I don't like it as much because it's only 50% chance. It does also give a nice attack boost as well as the damage, but I think the 75% chance just goes off a little bit more often, and there's a better chance where you can give the boost to Raika, seeing that it's just random who this is given to. Doesn't matter these other gears you use. I'm just going to use a heal everybody with passive heal as well for her. Coriolis is very important in this strategy, so you're going to want to use her Sorcerer'S Shards, which is going to ready the abilities of Raika after Raika has used her taunt for damage. So this is the key, the mark of the Enraged Snake. So the common is going to give Raika 50% damage with the taunt. Coriolis is then going to reset this, so then she can use it again, so it's essentially 100% damage pretty quick. And because the duration of it normally is on 4 turns, it's not going to lose the damage drop off after the 4 turns happens, so you're going to be able to stack it up really quick. You can also use the legendary as well. If you have it higher, it's 50% chance of the time. I only have it at 25, so the strategy is not going to work as well. But if you're just going for really damage output, that strategy of using the common should be enough to get you enough damage. So if you only have the common, that boost to the attack as well could be enough, where it scales the damage you can do 3 times. So your total output may be higher, but you just have to do some testing for yourself and figure out which one will result in the highest. So we'll use that as well. And so likewise, I'm also going to use an item that doesn't have a passive ability that goes off on a chance. So with that, when Coriolis gives him Fortune with her rare belt, we're going to guaranteed get that 100% damage boost to go off, which is really good. And then for Coriolis, we're also not going to use this because we're trying to stack the damage as high as we can. So we don't want the counterattack to go off right away, especially just for this purpose. If you want the counterattack to go off, if it does happen, or give the Fury or Fortune, that could be good. But just to show this strategy without any of that going off, we're just going to use the Legendary for now. And then Vajra is going to be a very important hero in this build, as she has some pretty cool abilities. So her Staff of Power is going to ready 1 random ability. I don't have it to the next level yet, which will ready all abilities. But once it does ready the abilities, she'll be able to keep spamming damage with her Leader's Cap on Raika. And once you get this up, 2 heroes will get some damage boost. So not only will be Raika getting the damage boost from her taunt, Coriolis will be able to reset it so she can get another 50% damage boost from her taunt. And then Vajra is just going to keep this rare hat boosting on her, getting the ability back if I had that up higher. So then keep spamming more 50% damage on her. And that's a quick way to build up damage. So we'll go into a match and show you kind of practically how this would work. We'll go into the Frost Silver Mines, just because this team is still relatively new and they're not leveled up significantly. Okay, so we get some space, that is good. So now we can move her forward. Damage boost didn't go on Raika, but that's okay. Raika's going to do her boost. And then again get another boost. So right away, now her damage is at 3,400. It was only like 1,600, so it's about doubled now, which is really good. If you have your Raika leveled up significantly higher, these boosts would automatically scale up higher naturally, just because it's naturally higher, but I'm going to have to work a little bit harder to get there. So now what we can do on Coriolis' turn, give everybody Fortune, and then reduce Raika's cooldown. So now Raika will be able to use her taunt on her next turn. But seeing that we only have 25% chance, the legendary will actually give more, so we can move this turn. Now we're up to 6,000, and then the next turn we can get an additional 50% by taunting. So now if Vajra attacks, she'll get a cooldown, hopefully on the damage boost. Thank you. We'll just take him out. Right, so we're going to do a damage boost. So now we're up to 10,000 damage, and that's at least going to be for 1 or 2 turns. So if you had the extra movement ability on Raika, you could definitely get into damage quick enough to actually use some of this damage. So now if we do another boost, now we're up to 15,000 damage. And we'll just take this guy out. If you have it at level 16, you get the extra turn with the legendary, which is very useful, but I do not have it there because I don't play with Raika a lot. Alright, so now if we tack, we didn't get our boost. So now, one of the things that I would like to do is Raika doesn't have a lot of attack all and multiple range abilities, but where she does shine over Thomas is she can attack in 3 rows with her pull ability. So usually I would use this against a boss, but if we just randomly attack one of these guys in back, we can see from all the boosting we've done at 15,000 how much damage we can actually do. So that's 65,000 damage just from one turn setting up doing some attacks. And as you can see, her damage drop off is still only now into 14,000. So we're still going to have damage boosts for 1, 2 turns there, 3 turns still on that, and 2 turns. So we still have significant amount of damage boosts that we can carry forward, which is really useful. And it's easy enough just to stack the damage boosts. Have this guy come to us. Hopefully get a reset here for the damage boost, so next turn we can boost Raika again to keep her stats up high for the entire run. Okay. Now give Raika Fortune, so the next turn she's getting an additional 100% damage. And just for fun, gonna move, hopefully get another one. We don't. So now we're gonna get more damage, and that damage is gonna keep going for 3 turns. So she's gonna be at around 20,000-ish, 15 to 20,000 for the next 3 turns, which is pretty crazy. And get another boost in there. And now Raika is easily at 36,000 damage that's still gonna carry forward. So now if we quickly take out this, we don't have to worry about wasting a turn with Raika for this boss, seeing that the rest of our team could easily do it. Alright, keep going. Got some undead enemies to take care of. Alright, let's see if we can get a reset on Vajra's damage boost. Nothing crazy over there. We'll just easily clean everybody up with Coriolis. Raika is still going to have her giant boosts going in, so if there is a tough enemy coming up anywhere, she can easily just take him out. Alright, here we go. So now we can get an additional boost on Raika. Now she's up to 54,000. Clean up everybody there. And then this is where I like to use the 3, because normally even with the additional turn she wouldn't be in range, but now she can do 200% of damage with this and attack somebody, doing 211,000 damage, and she didn't even have to move. So even if you don't have the legendary maxed out, where you're getting that extra turn, she can still be very viable. Alright, so then we move. Let's see if we can reduce our cooldown for her damage. Coriolis is going to reset Raika's. So Raika can now use Taunt, gain more damage at 70,000 now. Take out this wall. Increase her damage again. Now she's at 100,000 damage and we're still carrying this forward. So if I wanted to, I could easily attack the boss now. And take the boss out, but seeing that we want to just focus on insane amounts of damage boost, we have Fortune, so now we can move and guaranteed get another boost. Now we're at 167,000. Can easily just take out the boss now. And Raika is primed and ready with a 3 range ability to easily take out anybody that she finds. And we still have lots of damage boosting to go. Okay. So let's see if Coriolis can quickly clean up all these other enemies so we can keep Raika's damage as it is for the tougher enemies. Alright, so now Raika has her damage. Let's say this guy way in back, this Burnt Bone Archer, had significant defense and he would be a real big challenge. Nope. Boom. 521,000. So imagine if that was one of the spiders. So like the level 43 spiders have significant amounts of defense and damage. But even if we halve Raika's damage, we'll still be about like 50,000 to 60,000 range on the minimum amount of damage. And the spider only has about, I think it's like 300,000 health. So a couple attacks of this, if you can just stun the spider for 3 turns, you can easily take the spider out without having to use kill abilities or stuns or other items like that. Alright, so we can quickly clean up these enemies. Go into the final boss. Alright, nothing we can really do here. Attack this, try to get a cooldown. Ouch. See if we move. So we moved and we only had 25% chance, but we got more damage. So now we got 299,000 damage, which is absolutely absurd. Let's see if we can get any more damage off. Just for the fun of it. Give her some more damage. We'll give her some more damage. So now we're at 767,000 damage just from a couple turns, and it really hasn't been any inconvenience of going out of our way. The first room, I over-exaggerated the amount of boosts just to show you what the strategy could be if you needed it. But easily, as you're going through at this point, you could still have like 200,000 damage, which is easily enough to take out any boss. Now we can move up. Counterattack. Alright, and then we can use R3 and go boom. Easily take it out. So that's the strategy that you could use for massive amounts of damage with Raika. It could use the same strategy for anybody really to get massive amounts of damage on them. And we get massive amounts of gold here. I'll take that gold. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that and found it useful. And cheers.